Hi, everyone. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're so happy to be celebrating our marriage with all of you.
It's overwhelming to look around the room and see all of you here tonight. We have known you throughout our lifetime, and all of you have helped make us, us. So we are so grateful that we all get to be here together. And to my parents, Dad, beautiful toast, I love when you cry. Everybody knows that I am obsessed with my parents. Mom and Dad, thank you for every single thing in my whole life. Your consistent love, encouragement, and support, your amazing sense of humor, your generosity, and the confidence that you've instilled within me have all shaped me into who I am today. The perfect combination of the two of you. It was easy to put off getting married this long because up until now, I've essentially been married to both of you. And wow, what an amazing marriage it has been. I love the time that we spend together, and I am the luckiest person that you're mine. Thank you so much. And to Mikey's mom, Susie, my new mother-in-law, where are you? Hi. Oh, hi. Susie, I love you. I love that I can tell you anything and everything. I cherish our real and heartfelt conversations. Thank you for being mine and Mikey's biggest and hottest cheerleader.
Ma, the path to get here was not an easy one, but through it all, you've become my rock and my confidant. You've taught me to persevere. I'm so grateful for the relationship that we have today, and I'm even more grateful that you're here to celebrate it with me. The big person missing here tonight is my dad, Dr. Howie Agins. I have lived my entire life to make him proud, and I know if he were here today, he would be. Although he's not here, his presence fills the room. I know he would have absolutely loved Brooke.
I wish I would have gotten to know him. So, we have some news, and no, I'm not pregnant. But because we don't do anything traditionally, why should our wedding be any different?
So the news? We're already married. We were married this past Monday by our childhood cantor. It's the same cantor who 25 years ago bar mitzvahed both of us in the same synagogue. It was a wonderful, wonderful ceremony. This is the same man who stood by my father's side from the moment he was sick until the day he passed on.
We met in the sanctuary and he married us surrounded by our families. It was super emotional. I hysterically cried walking down the aisle with my parents and standing under the chuppah with Mikey.
And it was the most casual I have ever been dressed for synagogue.
Jeans, sweats, Lululemon. But we know that you all came here to see us get married, and we would never want to gyp our fans from having that opportunity. So tonight, we've planned our own version of a ceremony for all of you to tell you the story of how we got together and our commitment to each other.
Now, we love our love story. It's a really good one, but it's too inappropriate to be told by a rabbi or a family member and warrants more than a friend. So choosing the right officiant for this ceremony was no easy task. So after lots of deliberation, we found the two perfect people for the job. The first is the best storyteller any of you know.
Which is me. And the second is the person who loves me more than anyone in the world.
Which is me.
So here it goes. We're officially officiating our own wedding.
We are gathered here today. Yeah, fucking right, that's how we'd start this party. I met Brooke in 1999.
My family had just moved from Wildbrook to Woodmere, and I started 7th grade as the new kid at Maple Junior High.
I was a 6th grader at Maple, and whoa, this new 7th grader was hot and way out of my league.
Duh.
Then, one day, I was swimming at a friend's house on Woodmere, and before I left, he asked me to return a bikini that was left at his house from a pool party the day before. Without thinking twice, I walked across the street to 2839 Woodmere Drive and rang the doorbell. From behind the doorway, I hear a girl's voice say, "Coming!" Shortly after, the door swung wide open, and there was the hot 7th grader, Brooke Glazer, standing in the doorway, completely naked.
That really doesn't sound like anything I would do.
I swear on this 5-day-old marriage, that's true. So I did the only thing I could think of, which was to throw the bathing suit in the doorway and sprint back to my friend's house. That day really solidified just how out of my league Brooke really was. So for the rest of middle school and all of high school, I steered clear of Brooke.
We'll spare you the details of what happened over the next 10 years, but we both worked hard in school, rebelled a little, or a lot, went off to college in the Midwest, and thought about each other very little. Cut to 2009. I had just moved to LA and flew home to Chicago for a friend's wedding. After the wedding, I went out to a club and I ran into Mikey. I went right up to him and said, "Whoa, Mikey Agins, you got hot."
I replied, "What do you mean? You poke me on Facebook every day and write inappropriate comments on my shirtless posts like, 'Yum' with 5 M's, you are sexy."
Again, that really doesn't sound like anything I would do. We hit it off that night and sparked an interest in each other that was unshakable. With me in LA and Mikey in Chicago, we saw each other any opportunity we had, traveled across the country to be together, and came up with any excuse to end up in the same place at the same time.
And in between that, we dated lots of other people.
I compared every guy that I dated to Mikey. It's just no one compared.
Every relationship I was in ended because when it came time for me to say I love you back, I couldn't do it. I've only ever loved one person, Brooke. And then the most amazing thing happened, COVID. The world shut down and Brooke came back home to Chicago for 8 months. It was the first chance we had to be in the same place at the same time and see what it was really like to be together, and it was awesome.
We fell in love all over again and traveled to every COVID hotspot.
Thankfully, the Glazers didn't require a COVID test to hang out, and it was a really special time for me to get to know Brooke's wonderful family. I quickly realized that what the Glazers love more than anything is to hang out with other Glazers. But getting in with the Glazers is no easy task. I had to learn to play pickleball, canasta, backgammon, quirkle. I had to display peak athleticism. I had to grill meat to the perfect internal temperature every single time. I had to survive Scott's relentless fact-checking of every single word that came out of my mouth and still have the time to play with Evan, Harry, and Daisy in the basement while the adults sat upstairs in the family room. The final test was to prove to Scott that I actually wake up earlier than you do. But I passed all of the tests and I graduated Glazer U.
Glazer U! Glazer U!
Now I get to call Scott Daddy, hi Daddy, and I get to call Shushu, Mommy, hi Mommy, and truly you guys are our favorite couple to double date with. I'm so grateful that you've finally welcomed me into your family.
And through the last 3 years, we've continued to prioritize our relationship and grow together as adults. It turns out we're really compatible. We talk about everything.
Almost too much talking. We are great travel companions.
Mikey says yes to every epic destination that I find.
We're both early risers, infrequent showers, and love any opportunity to be inappropriate.
We love going to the gym together, having jump rope contests, and always wearing coordinated outfits.
We love a 5:30 dinner, and we like to be in bed by 8.
Between the two of us, we drink for 4, eat for 6, and have as much fun as a party of 12.
As new dog parents to Luke, it's been great practice parenting, and it's been wonderful to love the same thing together.
We value family, Judaism, hard work, togetherness, and independence. We're a strong team, literally. And we love each other more than anything.
For all of the things that we do the same, we're also super different, but we complement each other perfectly.
I'm loud, Mikey's quiet.
I like to dream big. Brooke's focused on the present, like what's for dinner and if her car is charged.
I like to hire an expert to teach me how to do anything.
I hate paying for these experts, and I like to figure things out on my own.
I know every restaurant opening and exactly what to order.
I know the potential trajectory of every incoming natural disaster and wake up early to watch commercial rocket launches.
I have no clue what he just said. I've played Wordle for the last 587 days straight.
My Sim City Club is ranked top 300 in the world.
I read sweeping sagas of fiction and tell Mikey every single detail.
I love you, but I couldn't care less. I read every news article and tell Brooke everything that's going on in the world.
I love you, and I couldn't care less.
I knew deep down Brooke was the person for me 20 years ago.
I figured it out 6 months ago when I finally gave Mikey permission to propose. So, we did it. We got married. There were ups and downs during that long, winding journey since the naked doorway incident.
It has been quite a ride, but it's always been me and you.
So we wrote a letter to each other with some vows, and now is the part in the ceremony that we'll read them to each other. I'll go first. Mikey, I can't believe we're here. We're married. Very on brand for us to do this in our own way. I love that you're down to do life differently with me. I've been in love with you since 2009. We had an instant connection, and it's grown stronger and better with age. I marvel at your personal evolution, insane work ethic, sensitivity, and kindness. I'm proud of all of your accomplishments, and I can't wait to see what's to come. Thank you for seeing me, for truly understanding me, and allowing me to be my complete self. I always worried that I am too much and would have to change who I am to find a husband. I remember telling you that fear and what you said back. You said, I know every single part of you, and all I've ever wanted was more. Thank you for giving me my freedom and independence and always providing a safe and loving home base. Thank you for listening, for caring, and moving your whole life to make a life with me. We've built our relationship on core pillars that helped guide my promises to you today. I promise to be honest and transparent with my thoughts, feelings, and actions. I promise to do my best to communicate kindly and let you know what's really going on inside. I promise to give you space when you need it, even though it's really, really hard for me. I promise to take responsibility when I am wrong, learn from my mistakes, and do better next time. I promise to be on your side and hear you out until I truly understand, and I'll always hold you accountable. I promise to make delicious, balanced meals most nights of the week and keep a beautiful home rooted in Jewish traditions for our family. As an official Agins, I promise to keep your dad's memory alive through songs and stories, but I'm not ready for you to have a motorcycle yet. I promise to love you with consistency and express my gratitude regularly towards you as my husband. I love and cherish you, Mikey. I commit my life, love, heart, and soul to you. Thank you for choosing me and for being so patient while I chose you. You are truly perfect for me, and I can't wait to make babies with you.
I love you so much. That was the first time I heard those.
Yeah,
so
we've been
I'm
begging
crying.
each other to read each other our vows, and we keep saying no.
My turn. Brooke, I'm so grateful to be standing across from you tonight. I could never get the idea of us out of my head. I can't believe I'm saying my vows to the Brooke Glazer in front of everyone important in both of our lives. It's an overwhelmingly powerful moment. Not only this moment, but all the other everyday moments that we've shared together. Those moments, big and small, have led us to the biggest moment of all that I've persistently imagined for many, many years, our moment. I love the way you work a room. I love the way you tell a story. I love the way you embellish a story. I love the way you smile back at me when we're on a long bike ride. I love the way you sleep next to me in a tent in the wilderness and the menacing laugh that you have before you walk out of a movie or cut a long line. I love the way you kiss me when we get to the top of a mountain. I love the way you love your family. I love the way your fans adore you.
Thanks, fans.
I love the way you know everything I don't. I wouldn't change a single thing about you. You are it. Now that I'm marrying a therapist, I'm in therapy and will be for the rest of my life. Apparently, I needed it really badly. Because of therapy, I'm pleased to say that my vows are easy to recite. We've had this conversation 100 times with our therapist, Dr. Nabil, and we'll happily have it 1,000 times more to keep our relationship safe and strong. My vows tonight are for our moment. My first promise is to communicate with you honestly and from a place of vulnerability. We've been through so much together already, and I know we can work through anything if we have a conversation. I promise to ask for help. We will always get through whatever it is together. I promise to never surprise you. Not a purse, not a diamond, not a dinner, not a vacation. Brooke Glazer is not a fan of a good old surprise. I vow to always seek adventure together. Our adventures together create special experiences that we recant with smiles on our faces for years to come. It's at the top of a mountain after a 7-mile hike when your smile shines the brightest. It's skinny dipping in an alpine lake when you laugh the hardest. It's the first bite at a great restaurant in a new city when you the loudest. Adventure feeds your soul. I vow to support your passions and support who you are as a person. Supporting your passions only makes you more Brooke, and more Brooke is all I've ever wanted. Brooke, I'm not the first person to tell you that you're a bright light in this world, but to me, you are the light in mine. I'm grateful that we have chosen to prioritize our relationship and put in the work to make it what it already is. I'm happy that you exist. I'm proud of you, I'm proud of me, and I'm proud of us. Love you, Brookie, I actually like you.
I love you. Thank you. That was beautiful. Because everything's a contest, Mikey's were better. Good job.
I now pronounce you my wife.
I now pronounce you my husband. You may now kiss the bride. I love you.
I love you so much.
What'd you guys think of our ceremony? So now is the final part where Mikey will break the glass. After that, everyone please join us on the dance floor. We hope you eat too much, drink too much, and make the most of tonight. We are so, so thankful that we get to be here and celebrate us with all of you.
So I've been working out for 20 years. For this day, I was gonna break the glass with my bicep, but I'm not ruining the suit, so.
Mazel tov!
Mazel tov.
Open the curtain.